Achio peche de don tilo dona mama so she bo se obi wo wie bia ba gi sika man wanye no nko a ogi sika no bia ba san de wo matutum na ye atwen o nya mu ye nyina ye hu mo ya ade wate de ne se munye sika man isi a wo se ayi auditors akohwe one district one factory no mko hwe ye no me se MPP for ya bro omko hwe ya corruption mo se na nsen bia ne se NDC for be kase wo MPP for wi sika se MPP for ise pe omo so omo boa ba we omo hwe ma omo se e fa trade minister hono one district one dam no fe de MPP for so e no kure na ya lancash na ye nam sa lancash atin nti omo pasam ama lancash party papa alancash so wa som asom MPP na mo ya ade na nya afi de makobo mo kro no anka omo suma gun so enso alancash ne mu fe de atom auditors ni check is atom omo ye sa corruption na lancash ni ho ata na papa bi no mfene se KT Hamon so wan wo se enkura de ande mi wonne panya ma hu sa dwene woni tirima adwene ba ko se enkura ni tirim sa abro oba so obedi abro KT Hamon wo bedem na bia na mahama mwan ne sabe ye hwemo isi amam ye hu ni ama bebre ye de ne ye hwa ne se ye bachi nipa ne age sika na Solomon TV3 ko kan sim ai se TV3 o se wan hwan yo ko kan sem bi wo ho nti me mo wati nsem no bi wati ase de nyamre mame sama hwe me femi don't looking of the universe but ma follow me Facebook don't lo TV oko YouTube at don't lo yeah subscribe na me adoma no so ma what TikTok at don't lo one Instagram the _don't lo na de mame pan the platform de e wo bia na me yo it's e ko ba se u follow ba bi na follow ba bi wati di follow phone nyina na de me semba na wonsaka makacho woni di so be Dubai pe so be fa ne ma Dubai bra oba me no be nanti ba bia peso ku bia o de opese wo ma na pese wo customer me koto to ne ma no ku container mu a me ya ma o pese me am so to me ya ma opeka pass ade bia wo pe o Dubai de fa nkomo bia o don't tell ko azan wo kroma pa na me nyama na wani je won so obetena Dubai so bo branch so e wo me na me yes ade no ba ye package a e be you free overstay mu e be you free stranded mu eni e mema o 2 months tourist visa na mama o take it package oba bidu no menya adwuma ma dada ti me for free airport am do beko adwuma na accommodation straight in case obidu no menya adwuma me rent baby am for like a day or two na fi me trace cam agent form adwuma na me you free do ko adwuma na accommodation na ma say 2 months visa na me gi free magma travel and tour on take ma wo buy no e be wuni die o ma yon krata ma the only travel and tour be trust ku ma magma travel and tour so ope visa be Dubai so ope ticket don omo ope ticket akọ wi as baby a omo sa bria ticket boy din don magma wati odi kukusika na beto do yen semre no hwade ma me wati untiero.
How would you respond to this? For example, this one is from Delight and says that we are tired of listening to rubbish allegations. You claim you're not happy, yet you can't prosecute offenders. Obviously, you're all there to enrich yourself.
That is an ordinary person. I mean, that is the point. And that is where this morning I will focus. How many times, deliberately, ever since election 2024 was over, you will bear me out. Anytime I come here, it has been corruption, aura. I know why I've been doing that. It's deliberate.
Why?
Because the Ghanaian has this attitude of feminine. Now, within 6 months, we will talk about the matter and then we stop. And that is where I have a difficulty with my brother. He must be concerned with what has been reviewed.
So you are saying that we should keep reminding them.
In fact, every day your topic must be on corruption.
They be ever can want them.
Charles and Mr. and any engineer, innocent person working with Formacido, just knocked down, hit and run. The person is picked up. They go to Ridge Hospital, they go to police hospital, they go to Kolebu Hospital. On the issue of bed, common bed, Charles is gone. And we come and sit here, we want to change
the narrative.
We are massaging the issue.
What are we talking
about?
There is a systemic plunder. This one is English. That's why I tell them, reduce it to the level of system. What the report says, there is a system to steal, to loot.
That's a mama one chill.
Simple.
Very simple. That's what the report says. The auditor that met the Ernst Young, the PricewaterhouseCoopers agrees that they have been looting, they have been chopping, they have been stealing from us.
8.1 billion.
8.1, and that's all. Because if you read the report carefully, they say 13.3 billion has not been validated. I can tell you that if you add the 13.3 billion to the 8.1, making about 22 billion, this is the amount of money people wanted to put in your pocket.
The come say politics, NDC for Ghana for
ministers, heads of institutions, the technocrats, all of them. Because you see, the technocrats cannot do it without the minister's involvement.
And vice versa.
Nobody must take the politician out. We did not go and vote for, we came to go and vote for the internal auditor. First of all, who appointed the auditor, internal auditor general? It is the president.
Thank you.
Every ministry, department, and agency has an internal auditor, and their boss is appointed by the president. In fact, the board that regulates the internal audit agency, and Act 658, is appointed by the president at Article 70. So if any internal auditor who themselves are corrupt, I've said it time without number, on this platform, that who watches the work plan, these auditors you find in various ministries, they are corrupt.
Oh.
So corrupt. And this is review.
You cannot make those.
Oh, you see, that is why they keep sitting down there and they think that business as usual. They are so corrupt. Either than that, how would the payment be raised when there is no contract? When there is no document backing it? According to the report, 8.1 billion was rejected because there was no contract backing it, no documents, no invoices attached to it. Yet, it was able to move through the system. It was okay. It got to the control accountant, and it was only waiting for funds to be available for payment to be made. And you say what? Look, this practice of you have been paid, then they recycle the very invoice to take monies again, has been in the system for a long time. I don't know, and it has become a template that everyone makes from it. 4.4 billion was going to be paid for projects that have already been paid.
Okay. Project
at the Ministry of what? Roads and Highways. When the road has not been constructed, they raise IPCs and they go and take the money and then introduce it into the system. By the way, this morning an elderly woman called me and said he had Mr. Alan Tremantin nearly transferred 89.5 million Ghana cedis
for one district, one factory.
To Antiabla, the truth of the matter is that Mr. Alan Tremantin resigned from the MPP on the 5th of January 2023. He has no clue. In fact, this audit has to do with 2024. Is that not the case? At that time, what I remember is that Katie Hammond was the Minister of Trade and Industry. The man that said that young ones, so you may have to run it by him to see whether he has any.
Your boss is innocent.
How can he be? If he's part of it, I'll be the first person.
So you're saying the audit year?
The audit year is 2024. KT and Go were the ones responsible for it.
But so these amounts, as being cited in this report, are quite outstanding.
They have looted you, and you are not. You see, the youth of today, they are home. They are not getting jobs to do. Money that are supposed to be used to better their lot. People say that the ministry should generate their own invoices. Look, we were in this country when the former minister of Agri, Brian Achambo, told us that because it did not rain, Ghana needed money to go and buy what? Food. You conducted the interview here. At that time, they were looking for some amount near closer to 5 billion or so.
500 million.
I don't know, it was more than that. Yes. And we said, what was he going to use it for?
Is it to buy maize cereal?
And the maize they told you, they said 100,000 maize metric tons. They could only deliver 11,000.
MPP news. And all call and catch on
34,000 metric tons of rice. They could only account for 24,000. Meanwhile, they are taking 717 million Ghana cedis.
So what?
Do you remember the MPP and their internal elections?
I don't understand.
The first
yeah, I remember more. MPP before to me, dear Bra, come over pass my share, Alan Cash, music comedy. Alan Cash, and baby now, a coup for a person tongue, trade fair, they were under trade minister. I don't know, yes, a 1 penny. Yeah, that's what now a coup for a coup year free trade ministry on the office of the vice president and money to me, Tony. Don't me say MDC focus omo tena asia kasa ekufo do bedam ba omia bedam nipa bedam ba omo no nso no omu dibi nti omu suro enye di na MDC fo dibi na NDC fo so omo ye pepepe don nipa bedam no 2028 kwanka ba omia nya ni so de be pray yi o Davida but akoye se oya suro oya se omu ni governance no entimu timu mu ye la bi omu what I say omu MPP for opposition kra la bi koso omu which they will use against them when they come to power. Sana na NDC for so wo opposition no na ne na MPP for yin no ma hu la omo ye enu ti na ma eche na ide ne enim se asem kokota ye se etweche eye komo anye se mo ka kire ayi obombo for na asem kokodo di sen ayi agada na asem kokodo di sen that cases kokota me emwa me se me kai pass yesua tata ne etesu ebo asnet flat onye krachi ne ahutumi ntena obi rolling street ti ma krachi for wo ho ana yesi omabas auditors ababe fo bi papa tata masika forman kwa ye be fa ne papa na don eni na anu nansa ne jeli no yesi wo diska wo adwuma mu be kai ye wo friends e be cheche on papa e bia no papa ne adwuma kuku board ne papa ye na papa ye air forest officer ntina krachi for kwa na tiesu ebo asnet flat gone are the days early 90s there premai wo ha ne abe ye free school abaye se auditors police fo ye fa ne kwa ye de ne ko ne tutuna no ye de ne korma adon eni na awotwe menu ne jeli so evidence no mo de be ban amowa you come back home but here is the case is here they could say you see court assembly e check ni atwetwe asem no but mama mon seti apu ati say me medical be can say we've seen the difference between MPP and NDC. At first we thought they were the same. We power mom you say in terms of development, in terms of say economy ye ne de eno am ye video bi be kire say rich economy and dey say kasafin ehia na kan kasafon or the fo sikani bia no we business onim say NDC buy aboa they say wo dankara wo da ho ai business bia ni utiri bia oti abrochire okoye adwuma bosome so na etua oka waso say NDC kasi enko tosmen ne wanwan no kura bi hu say aban ne ba wa bibie because sika na 2024 the tosment no ene won tosment sa iron rod ne won to ne sa fu na won to ne sa eno dey keep ye daily eno dey keep ye me call Ghana kwa me kase sa Liber Brothers for sa omo say aban kwa home because milk ne a daily anema ye use ni fie no omo ho ne nya no but aban tete ne maso e bo ne Daniel the student ente so milk ente so sugar ente so enso omo daily untumi kase unyusu omo ne ma say aban ne bam ena mama fo bebre kase ye hu ade no ye pocket no aban must all the price ba there are some niema bia say price no I won't mentra because a daily use na aboa mo say abombutum tibi de makache MPP for mo ye wudi for omuska omo shede create system a omo de bokro no omo anwuma omo ye no omo ye say omo factory man say one district one dam tie nhye tax nwuma omo ne a hye tax egu amom e ko parliament na meboa enso one district one dam be na de woni mu ye enso no mutumi de ko parliament say one district one dam wo omo companies omo biebie ne a hye tax egu amom we the way MPP ase lutu Ghana no se mahama pa wanchi obi a hey any one we are 2028 independent candidate betumaba because going back to take MPP will be like oba wakudi no ho bo ahyawo oba wabo yiri bia wabo no ho na wache no wo che na abusuafo asan ka no wasan afa eno sa na beye oba wawo no ho nyese bi one be ma ba ko penalty o wama multiple of men ware for ba me o ma wo no na afi wache no na afi de abusuafo aka no wasan afa sa na beye eno chine bi kono ye obi wo na wo nka wo because eno kwa na Bible ekase so yere yesa atumi jan iti ni MPP aye no na se yesa kase kai ye ko fa MPP a ye de wansena ho abufuo na abiri ye kuru ni nyina ne fi mu NDC fo na maaye motuma wi ni Ghana for heart e wo ha wo be tiki economy no ni obaji economy wo chinye bia na dam no abo things are better now and to get better more time e beba bibri but ade a munye ne se kromfo de yachi no yeso kromfo wo ne sa no obi ntumi abo kro no sei ne mo ntuma anchi na se erudo wara asem enu tina bika se ne na ato ne je no akra no ese pam no because same reserve forest obi akobo ekusie ne ayi akrantetu yachi na jele no same reserve forest obi akotumu gold onu ni obo akrantetu wan sensu an se ahwe wan ha mi nipa o ba ni okotu gold wa ha mi nipa wa sensu mo obi anu nsu anya yare sai nipa ne nam ho ama sai nipa nko atumi ka se ye mmona semu bibia no akyese ye jele no yenya na tie 16th of this month wuntumi case no hwe ra yenya nkura o niema nyina duri mintumi nka Ghana asem me di president and kenchemi so I have every right to talk about Ghana politics. I'm telling you, I have every fucking right to talk about it. Someone nyini ya Ghana nyamo dia saa de bi na kwa say abusua say e wo busua ye prepare omo one family near the ya ba ifo things will change. Someone say money ma things will change with this world that I kon internet world no hwe you want me take you for granted o dem de bre munye say the ene the MPP for say sika o makodi no e Alan Cash na nye say yi ano omu hwie gu Alan Cash so because Alan Cash free MPP ti enkunu nche no party we na join party we so ko to so obi aboje sia sensuo si wudi ho e bi free Alan Cash so na e ba so MPP party baller o de opa su MPP aya bogolo awudifo party akronfat ti ama party then this for man to man choma na say di am di ama MPP fo sa na mote ye twen mo ai na me hu adwen me ndwa wo no kura na maka me e no kura so de ba akopɛ me ma bu mfu ate yes am head wo ma wan hye nso on de we me sima bo moto am blo no na pa